Hey there, legendary souls. Welcome back to Unconventional Counseling. So, today we're doing a tarot reading about the Pisces full moon, and it will be an eclipse. I believe it'll be a lunar eclipse. Let me check and see if it's anything else in the process. Just getting my handy ephemeris out. If you're an astrologer, you know that that is the book that we use to see what's going on in the stars. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll have a lunar eclipse on September 7th, Sunday, September 7th, in the sign of Pisces, and it will be at 15 degrees and 22 minutes. Oh, this is so exciting. I'm really excited. So we're going to start off by reading some of these moon cards, these lunar cards, and then we'll get into the tarot and see what else there is. All right. First card, conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, and just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests the situation you're asking about is about to reach a peak, or that it's just done so. And now things are out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and a way for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it may be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be the key to resolving this situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases you so that you can move on. Oh. Okay, let's read the next card, the full moon. Surrender to the divine. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change, and possibly even some emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see, what are they telling you? They're very likely close to the surface, no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor because this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. And finally, we have our full moon in Pisces. Balance spirituality and practicality. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. Oh. So the themes that I'm seeing amongst these three cards is that it's time to find a balance between your spirituality and practicality. There are things that you're dreaming of or things that you're wishing for, and this is the time to meditate on what you desire. You might choose to visualize what you desire so that you can get yourself into the feeling state of, wow, this feels so good that I have already experienced this or manifested this, or that this is already in my life. You may want to meditate on a particular question that you have. You might want to use some dream work and ask yourself the question or talk to your guides right before you go to bed and say something to the effect of, I'm grateful for the answer to this question coming through in my dreams, or that you're giving your guides permission to give you particular answers in your dreams, through your dreams. Or, yeah, it's just really about like the answers that you need coming through. It's like something has been pretty murky for you. Something has been, not all the way worked out. You've been working towards something, but this is really a time of surrender and a time of finding balance between the things that you can do, the practical things that you can do. All right, let's get into the tarot. We have everything is fine. It is our second 10 of Swords card in this deck. And I really enjoy this. I remember when I first got this deck and I would pull for myself, I would get everything is fine in the 10 of Swords constantly. And it was the best card for me to get. It was frustrating, of course, don't get me wrong, at the time. But it was the perfect card for me to get because that is what it was speaking to. It was speaking to the ending of so many things. Like if you consider each of these swords its own thing in your life, that like these conclusions that are happening with this eclipse in your life, they're massive. They're massive. We have the Three of Wands. So you are really being guided to be daydreaming about, thinking about, or meditating on the things that you desire, the things that you want to come in, the blessings that you're ready for in your life. If you know the specifics of them, beautiful. We have the Knight of Cups that just came right out, right there. If you know the specifics of what you desire, that's beautiful. Go with it, visualize it, write about it, talk about it to people that you trust or to yourself or to your guides. But if you don't know the specifics, if it's just that you have this emotional sense that there is more available for you, like you're really just feeling into your intuition with all of this water here, this cups energy here, and the wand energy, like you're just feeling things with this Pisces full moon lunar eclipse. That's okay too, because the way that we manifest things, the way that we call things in, is through how we feel. So just notice how you're feeling. If you're feeling like there's a lot of friction and tension and closure and contraction, be curious about it. See if you can get to know it. See if it has some answers for you about how you feel or why you feel the way you do, where it's been coming from, what thoughts might be connected to it with this Ten of Swords here. And if you're feeling the good vibes, the good feelings, the hope, the optimism, the juiciness, the romance, the love for life, or a crush on another person, or you're just feeling good within yourself, enjoy it, savor it, lean into it, because those good vibes, those beautiful, juicy, delicious, decadent feelings, they're the ones that are going to be with you. They're the cup of emotion that's going to be with you when new thoughts or new blessings come in. So you're on the right track if you're feeling good. And we got the Nine of Cups out to confirm and see what I mean. 10 of Swords and the everything is fine. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, it really happens, y'all. You are ending, we'll say, just for the sake of this, there's 10 swords here, there's 10 swords here. We'll just say you're ending at least 20 things. Just at least 20, This is not small potatoes. This is not something that happens every day. This is massive. This is huge. And so you surrendering to the divine is that much more important because you don't have to do it all by yourself. You really don't. And if you're not sure what to do, this is the time to take a nap, to meditate, to ask your guides for help. And literally your prayer can be, please help me. You don't have to say specifically what they need to help you with. They know because it's on your heart, it's on your mind, it's in your field. So let's get out of the head a little bit because this is so much sword energy and this is Virgo season and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So we're so prone to overthinking. We're so prone to overanalyzing during this particular season. This is the time to surrender the worries, to surrender the fears, to surrender the anxieties. And by surrender, it's literally like, I can't do this by myself. I need help. I'm trying to think this thing through, but I'm not seeing the way through. Please help me rest. Please help me center. Please help me regulate. And just asking for help can be so imperative to you recognizing the next step to take. Sometimes the answer comes through you having an idea. about, oh, okay, I'm going to go for a walk. Or, oh, okay, I'm going to water my plants. Or, oh, okay, I'm going to call that friend. I'm going to respond to that message that's been sitting there. And they seem like really little things, like from this balanced spirituality and practicality message we had. They seem like really little things, but each little thing, they add up together. Virgo is all about the details. And so with having this Pisces full moon, it's going to be opposing this Virgo sun. We're all about the tiny details. And Pisces, the power of Pisces, my goodness, my gosh, one day we will all know the might and power of Pisces. However, Pisces has this incredible capacity to feel an emotion about every single little detail that Virgo can find. This is partially why they're sister signs. They're complementary. And so this time can feel overwhelming. This time can feel like you're coming undone, you're coming apart. You can feel like you're flooded or you're drowning or you're trying to tread water, but the undertow is taking you. It can feel tumultuous because there is so much happening with Pisces, with Virgo, with the full moon, with the lunar eclipse, with all of these things that are ending in your world. But notice that these endings are also offering new beginnings. They're happening at the same time. It's all happening at once. So this isn't really the time to get too precious or too attached to the endings. The endings, they are not going to define the entirety of your story in this next chapter. The beginnings aren't either, is the thing. All of it is encompassed. All of it is connected because all of it is something that you have the capacity for. All of it is connected to you. All of it is contributing to who you are becoming. We have the Five of Cups. There's a shit ton of grief. I am not like other readers that apologizes for cussing. I do. I'm from New York. Like, I do and I will continue to. But I also hear my guides that way as well sometimes. So this is still me channeling. There is a shit ton of grief that you're moving through, that you're with, that is present in you. And I know that you're feeling it in your body. Look at how tight this person's arm is against their body. Just imagine, look at how their feet are right next to each other. There is a tightness, there is a tension when it comes to grief. A lot of times, even when we feel like we're falling apart, there is just this like trying to suck it all in, trying to hold yourself together, honestly, through it all, because it's so much. And there are so many things that you're grieving, y'all. There's so many things that you're grieving. Some of the things that you're grieving are things that never happened. Some of the things that you're grieving are potentials that you had for yourself or with other people. Some of the things that you're grieving have to do with your body's capacity to do more. Like you can't do more right now. Some of the things that you're grieving have to do with your creativity, your collaborations, your work, your praxis, your purpose. Some of the things that you're grieving have to do with relationships. So much of our life is about relationships. So many of the things that we're on, so many of the things that we want to do, we often want to do with another person or with other people. And sometimes the grief is that the people have left your life, the people that you thought were going to be those things, or it didn't take off. Like the connection that you thought you were creating with someone, it fizzled out, or it train crashed. It just didn't continue. And I have been paying attention this summer to the music that a lot of us listen to, like the popular stuff. I've been paying attention to, I've been on the dating apps and I've been paying attention to how people word their profiles. And I've just been paying attention to how, like, movies that a lot of us like and things like that. When it comes to romance, there's this narrative around forever. Even when people don't seem like they want it, even for a lot of the folks that say they just want casual, there is something long-term that a lot of us are seeking, or that we secretly want, or that we want when we feel like we're doing better, or that we want when we feel like we deserve it, or we want when, X, Y, and Z aligns. The thing is, though, for the right people, the right person, the right friends, the right lover, the right partner, the right whomever, the right collaborator, whatever, infuse whatever role the person could have in your life. For the right role that this person could have, you don't actually have to be anything different than you are. There's so much about you already today that works for whomever it is you're trying to manifest and make inroads to. So, grieve it all, boo. Cry, weep, boo-hoo about it, write about it, channel it into your creativity, do something. And the creativity can just be for you. You don't have to make it about anybody else. You don't have to share it with anybody else if that's not what you're being called to, because there is a season for everything, my friend. Grieve. Be in your body, move your body, rest your body. The grief moves through your body the best. From lived experience, I will tell you, the grief moves through your body the best, because we are majority water, and grief is all about emotion, so many different emotions kind of working together, sometimes not working together, but being together at the same time. So it's like, grieve it. If you can figure out what it is you're grieving, beautiful. If you can't, beautiful. It really is okay. You're working in the emotional body. You don't have to logically know everything that's happening. Just notice the sensations moving through you. Notice the emotion. If you can name the emotion, beautiful. If you can't, focus on the sensation and listen to the sensation. What response does the sensation need? And we're taking it to the basics. So if you're feeling, sometimes when I am triggered, I feel very cold. Like I can get physically very cold. I can sometimes start shaking. It's a visceral somatic response, right? To something happening emotionally and in my nervous system. So the response to when I am feeling cold, I might be triggered, but feeling cold is to get warm, to put on more layers of clothing, to get a blanket, to get a weighted blanket, to get a heated blanket, a heating pad, something, a hot water bottle, to drink some tea, to have some soup, something that will warm. And that's just the very, very simple example that I can offer. Because when we're triggered, sometimes our mind goes into overdrive. With all these swords energy, I know that this resonates for you too. Our minds can go into overdrive and we're trying to fix something, but we don't even understand everything that's happening. But the thing is, all you have to do is respond to your body. Surrender the thoughts and the worries to the divine. Know that the divine is taking care of that part. Even if the taking care of that part will be, I don't really understand what's happening, and one day I want to better understand, or I want to better understand tomorrow when I wake up, or whatever, through my dreams, whatever. Like when I have the capacity, when I am capable, when I am able, please help me understand, divine. That could be you surrendering it, just like, please help me understand. And then you focus on your body, focus on responding to the sensations that are coming up. So that's what I see for you. I see you listening to what your body is saying, responding to what your body is telling you by offering it something that gives it something that it needs. Like example again, right? Warmth. Could be food. Like we're talking about base necessity needs. Warmth, food, water. Period. Just like base necessity. And letting the grief run its course, because within the grief there is also these seeds and seedlings of a new beginning. The new beginning is present with you. The grief is telling you things like, oh, I wish that, I could have love in my life, romantic love in my life, and it's just not here, and you're grieving about it. But what is it also telling you? It's also telling you that what your desire is, that you want romantic love. So then that means you get to go, when you're not crying about it anymore, when you move through that part of the emotion, you get to go and you get to daydream. So we're talking alchemy, this full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. We're talking balancing the spiritual with the practical, the emotional with the logical. Something fantastic is going to occur for you so soon, but it comes through you doing this process. Whether you do it because you saw it in this reading, whether this reading is confirmation, or whether you do it just naturally on your own, know that you're on the right track, you're on your way, and it's all going to be working out. And it's especially going to be working out because you are going to be working it out. All right? So be easy on yourself when things aren't working in the way that you want them to right now. Be kind to yourself in the process, even if that kindness is more reflective, like at the end of your day, the end of your week, in your journaling or in your therapy. And know that what is next, what's coming next, will be, is a little universal truth that I got for you, some physics in here. You know how there's a Newtonian principle, there's a physics principle that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. The same is true in the emotional body. This big ass grief that you're feeling, this shit ton of grief, is at an equal and opposite amount, we'll say, to the level of joy, contentment, self-satisfaction, and level of blessing that you'll feel in your life. Soon. Because as soon as these things are ending, there is space being made for what wants to be built and what is being grown. The thing is, the seeds are already they're already in the ground. And everything that's falling, everything that's a tower moment right now, everything that's falling apart, everything that's breaking down is actually providing the fertilizer that you need for everything that you want to build and that you're going to. So we're going to leave this reading right here. Hope that you feel encouraged. I hope that you feel like you know the next step to take. And I will catch you in the future, the really near future. All right, legendary soul, take really good care of yourself. And I will see you soon. Bye.